Hello, and welcome back to Elise Explains IP, the podcast where we break down intellectual property into practical, bite-sized insights for business owners and advisors. I'm Elise, and today we're talking about something that's foundational for every brand: how to choose a strong trademark. Because here's the truth: most trademark problems don't start at registration. They start at naming. So, whether you're launching a new business, rebranding, or helping clients with a brand strategy, this episode is for you. Let's start with the basics. Not all trademarks are created equal. Some are inherently strong and easy to protect. Others are weak from day one, even if they sound clever or descriptive. And this matters because a strong trademark is easier to register, cheaper to enforce, gives you broader protection, and actually adds value to your business. A weak trademark does the opposite. So, how can you tell the difference? Trademarks generally fall along a spectrum, from strongest to weakest. Let's walk through it. Number 1, invented or fanciful marks. These are the strongest. These are made-up words with no existing meaning. Think Kodak, Google, Xerox. From a legal perspective, these are gold. Why? Because they don't describe anything. They only point to you and your business. They're usually easy to register and give very strong protection. The downside? You have to spend time educating the market about what your brand actually does. 2, arbitrary marks. Also very strong. These are real words, but completely unrelated to the product or service you're selling. Think Apple for computers or Amazon for online retail. Again, legally excellent. They're distinctive, protectable, and powerful. Number 3, suggestive marks. This is a middle ground. These hint at what you do without directly describing it. For example, Netflix. It suggests movies, but it doesn't literally describe a streaming service. These can work well commercially, but sometimes they sit in a grey legal area. They're registrable, but they may face more scrutiny. And number 4, descriptive marks, which are pretty weak. These directly describe the goods or services. Things like Melbourne Plumbing Services or fast tax returns. These are hard, often impossible to register on their own. Why? Because everyone in your industry will need to be able to use those words. You can't monopolise common language. And right at the bottom, you've got number 5, which are generic terms, and these are unprotectable generally. These are actual names of the product or service, like coffee shop for a cafe. There's no protection at all. Here's a simple test I give clients. If your business name immediately tells people exactly what you do, it's probably a weak trademark. Strong trademarks are distinctive, not descriptive. Common mistake number 1 is choosing a safe name. Lots of businesses choose conservative, descriptive names because they feel safe. But legally they're risky. You end up with limited protection, difficult enforcement, and competitors who can use very similar names. Being distinctive is actually safer in the long term. Common mistake number 2, falling in love before searching. Another big one. People fall in love with a name before doing an availability search. I see this all the time. The logo's been designed, the website's built, the domain name has been purchased, and then we run a trademark search, and ba-boom, problem. Always search first. Ideally, my list would be trademark register search, business names, domain names, then social media handles. It's much cheaper to pivot early. Common mistake number 3, assuming registration equals total protection. Even if your mark is registered, protection depends on how distinctive it is, what goods and services it covers, what similar marks already exist. Registration is not a force field. Your starting strength matters. So, how do you choose a strong trademark? Here's a practical checklist. Number 1, aim for invented, arbitrary, or suggestive names. 2, avoid describing what you sell. 3, don't rely on geographic terms. 4, think long term. Will this still work if you expand? 5, search before you commit. And 6, get advice early. And remember, your trademark is not just a name, it's a business asset. You want something that grows with you. And here's my final thought. The best trademarks feel a little uncomfortable at first. They don't explain everything. They leave room for your brand story to grow. If you're choosing between a clear but boring name and something more distinctive, the distinctive option usually wins legally. And that's it for today's episode of Elise Explains IP. If you found this helpful, feel free to share it with a business owner or advisor who's naming something new. If you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a strategy call through my website at elisesteegstra.com. And I'm Elise Steegstra, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for spending time with me on Elise Explains IP. If you picked up something useful, hit follow, subscribe, leave us a review, or send it to a founder friend who could use this information. And remember, this is general information, not legal advice. If you do want help with your IP, you can book a strategy call with me at any time via my website. The link's in the description. So until next time, own your own ideas.